Welcome to episode 16 of Project 613. Today we actually conclude the laws of idolatry and idol worshipping practices that a Jew is forbidden to emulate. Negative commandment 35. It's forbidden to chant a magical incantation in the belief that it can offer some type of relief. For example, a long time ago, people would whisper a certain incantation of a snake or a scorpion in the belief that it would alleviate the pain. A Jew is not allowed to do that. Negative commandment 38, we are forbidden to do any act that supposedly elicits information from the dead. The Talmud actually speaks of people who would abstain from food and they would go to sleep in a cemetery in the hope that the dead would appear and communicate with them. That is forbidden. Negative commandment 36, the Torah forbids us from consulting with an Ov practitioner to ask him for advice or information based on his Ov experience. The Ov practice consisted of burning a certain incense and doing certain acts known to the Ov followers, we discussed in previous episodes. At that point, it would seem to the person engaging in these acts that he was hearing a voice which would answer questions that he posed. Negative commandment 37, the Torah forbids us from consulting with a Yiduni practitioner to ask him for advice or information based on his Yiduni experience. See previous episode for the definition of the Yiduni. Negative commandment 34, we are forbidden from engaging in any form of magic or witchcraft. See the comment section for more information about this. Negative commandment 43, it's forbidden for a man to cut off his sideburns, leaving his hairline rounded at the sides, for such was the practice of ancient idol worshippers. This prohibition also applies if one cuts all his hair, even if there's no hairline. The sideburns must never be cut off. Negative commandment 44, it's forbidden for a man to shave with a razor the corners of his beard. The sages identified 5 corners. There's the upper right cheek, the lower right cheek, the upper left cheek, the lower left cheek, and the chin. Shaving the beards with razors was the way of ancient pagan priests. Negative commandment 40, it's forbidden for a man to don clothing or ornaments that are considered woman's garment or gear in that locale, according to the custom of that specific town. There are 2 reasons why a man would never wear a woman's clothing. Number 1, to facilitating lewd behavior. And number 2, we are trying to avoid conformance with once prevalent idolatrous ritual. Negative commandment 39, it's forbidden for a woman to don the clothing or the ornaments that are considered the man's garment or gear, and again, according to the custom of that locale. Negative commandment 41, we are forbidden from having tattoos or tattooing our bodies. Tattooing was common practice amongst the ancient idol worshippers. Negative commandment 45, it's forbidden to cut ourselves in the course of mourning a deceased, as this was a common practice amongst ancient idol worshippers, and it's also forbidden to follow the ancient practice of self-mutilation as part of pagan ritual. Finally, negative commandment 171, when a loved one passes away, we must not allow our anguish to cause us to rip out our hair, leaving a bald spot.